Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, which is talking about learning from a Zen Buddhist perspective. And I'm going to use the analogy of 4 teacups, and we're going to talk about the 4 approaches to learning and the 4 types of students as a teacup metaphor. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Janice and you're watching Sharp Cookie. On this channel, we talk all about learning, studying, and test taking. So if these are topics that you're interested in, please subscribe because I post new videos every week. Let's talk about the 4 types of learners from a Zen Buddhist perspective. First one is going to be an upside down teacup. This is a person who is unable or unwilling to learn. It doesn't matter how much you teach, they're just not going to absorb it. And it could be for a variety of reasons. Perhaps they are not in a place to take in anything more. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they have other things going on in their life. Maybe they're just not wanting to learn from a particular teacher at this time. So whatever it is, it doesn't matter what you teach them. Nothing will go in the teacup if the teacup is upside down. And what's cool about this is I want you to think about times where you've tried to teach somebody and their teacup was upside down, and also times when you were the learner and you just were not in a place to learn. And that way you can put yourself in both shoes and see things from both perspectives. And we're not this type with everything all the time. We switch around. So sometimes you may be this one type where you're the upside down teacup, and sometimes you may be a different type. Now, if you're trying to teach someone who's an upside down teacup, you first have to work with them to turn the cup right side up, if that's even possible. If not, then it's probably going to be a waste of time trying to teach a learner who is the upside down teacup. Type number 2, this teacup is right side up, but it has a hole in it. Whatever teachings go in are going to come right out. It's the classic example of in one ear, out the other. The person is trying to learn, but they're not really absorbing anything that they're learning. They might be distracted. They might have, there's a whole host of learning disabilities as well, where someone has difficulty retaining information. The style of the teacher may just not be connecting with that particular student. This is just one of those scenarios where the student is willing and they want to take in the teachings, but just nothing is sinking in. They might also need a different type of class, something more foundational, because the teaching may be too advanced and the student isn't able to connect it with information they already know. So that's really important. When we're learning, we have to be able to tie in new information with information that we already know. We have to have some sort of foundation. And if we don't have the foundation, then we need learning to build the foundation first before we go into more advanced types of learning. So that was the second type of student, the teacup with the hole in it. Student learner number 3 is the teacup with dirt and dust inside of it. And you could probably think about what happens then. When you pour the tea in, it gets mixed up with the dust and dirt, and the final product isn't really correct tea. It's kind of like this incorrect mixture that's muddied up. What this symbolizes is when a learner already has preconceived beliefs and notions about certain things, so they're approaching the subject already with certain beliefs in mind, so that when the new teachings come in, the student isn't actually absorbing the teachings the way they're meant to be taught. Those teachings are getting mixed in with that dirt, and what the student absorbs is actually not correct. It's distorted. This could be due to biases. This could be due to the student already thinking they know everything. This could be beliefs within the student that they can't learn a particular subject for whatever reason. For example, I'm not good at math. And I talk about this actually in another video, where your beliefs of what you're good at or not good at, or what you can learn and can't learn, actually affect the whole learning process, because you're going in there with a dirty teacup. So if you're the teacher, it's important to address those underlying beliefs or viewpoints or knowledge, whatever it is, and clean out that teacup first before you just try to start adding on more information. And that brings me to teacup number 4. This is the one, the ideal teacup. It's clean, it's right side up, there's no cracks or holes in it, and it can hold new information. And what we like to call this in Buddhism, and I'm sure you've heard it in other contexts, and that's called the beginner's mindset. This is a mindset where we're open and willing to take in learning. We can hold that learning. We're not biased by any other beliefs. And even if we're an expert in a particular area, we recognize that there's always more to learn. There is always more to learn, and there's always more room in our teacup. It's not overflowing, it's empty and ready to absorb more information. So I hope you found this helpful. Whether you're a learner yourself or whether you're a teacher, you can think about these concepts when you're trying to teach somebody. Because a lot of times we're not that perfect teacup, and we have to think about, okay, what is blocking me in this particular class or scenario where I'm not able to learn what I need to be learning? What is there that I need to clean up or I need to fix? That's all I have for you today. Again, I'm Janice, and you're watching Sharp Cookie. Please check out some of my other videos. I have a lot of videos about learning styles and different things like that. This was just a fun one that related Buddhist philosophy to learning, which I thought was really cool. Okay, please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and of course, subscribe and check out my other videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.